Bacuna dries the ball off with his claret and blue top. The thin blue stripes on the claret with the blue sleeves as well, sky blue sleeves. And the white number 7 on his back, ready to take the throw in from this near side, in towards Cleverley. Tries to shift it away from Leighton. Excellent defending from Baines, who got his body between opposition player and the ball and forced Bacuna to foul it. Just over half an hour played at Villa Park. Aston Villa still have a 1-goal advantage thanks to Christian Benteke, but it really should have been 2. Ronvois, who hasn't scored in almost 2 years, heading wide of the target, wide open header from the edge of the 6-yard box off a Jack Grealish corner, put his hands to his head, kicked the post. Real moment of frustration for Aston Villa, but they still lead. Villa 1, Everton 0. Westwood back to Vla now. He goes back to Given. He can take his time to fire the ball long, over halfway. Met by the head of Benteke, who nods it down for Grealish. Naismith trying to win it ahead of Cleverley, who was really battling away there. Ronvois then clears it further forward. Coleman now under pressure from Benteke, back to Howard. Villa aren't letting Everton play. And headed away by Stones, flicked on them further by Naismith to Vla. Bit of head tennis at the moment. Vla heads it back towards Nzogby, who heads it on further. Grealish trying to bring the ball down. Coleman puts his foot in with a sturdy challenge, and then Delph raises his boots to win the ball. A few complaints from the Everton forming up over on the far side that was dangerous play, but no free kick given. And the ball out of play for an Everton throw. Kept in play by Richardson. And the ball's been up in the air for quite a bit of time, and Corey then brings it down, moves it back to Given, who's going to fire it up into the air again. And over halfway, bounces halfway inside the Everton half, and Baines can just allow it to roll back to Tim Howard. Back in the side for the last 11 league games now, Tim Howard, after an injury at the turn of the year that gave Robles a run in the side. He'd only missed 6 games in 7 years before that, Tim Howard. He's been a wonderful servant to this club. It's McCarthy on the ball for Everton, kept in play on the far side by Leonard. Coleman coming forward now, far edge of the penalty area, cross into the centre, over the top of Morales. Cleverly will turn it away on the near side, but Baines is able to allow it to run out of play for an Everton throw. We've played 34 minutes on Barclays Premier League Live at Villa Park. Villa 1, Everton 0. Everton haven't had an attempt on goal yet. Scored after only 10 minutes through Christian Benteke. Everton looking for their first here, but Lukaku gives it away. Nzogby can burst towards halfway now. Closed down by Morales on the near side, surrounded by 3 Everton players now. And they're eventually able to force the ball out of play for a Villa throw-in. Everton have taken 16 points from their last 6 Premier League games. It took them 19 matches to earn that many points before their recent run. But they just haven't been able to get it together so far at Villa Park today. They have the ball with Barry forward towards Naismith. 10 minutes to go until the break. Crossfield ball by Stones to Baines on the near side, halfway line. He's got Morales ahead of him in a good position. Chose to try and fight it into the penalty area instead, and Shea Given comfortably and confidently came out to the edge of his 18-yard box to claim. And I think the better ball for Leighton Baines was down the line to Kevin Morales, who was in plenty of space and looking to break free. He'll be disappointed the ball didn't come his way. The centre was rather clogged up. 4 Villa players back in there against 3 Everton players. The away side do have a free kick now halfway inside their own half. And what a disappointment for Roberto Martinez, though, that 35 minutes into this game, playing against a goalkeeper who's OK, played in the FA Cup and played well, but not played in the league in over 2.5 years. They haven't been able to fire a shot at his goal. Villa have the ball back with Delph over on the far side, trying to get away from Naismith, who stepped in front of the path of Fabian Delph, and Mark Clattenburg quickly threw out his hands as if to say no foul. Although it did look a slightly blatant block, an obstruction from Naismith, and it's hurt Fabian Delph, who's gone down limping, fallen to the floor now, and Everton aren't going to put the ball out. They're going to continue attacking with Lennon. Flick forward towards Coleman, and then Ron Vlaar just hoofs it into the stand over on the far side, and Fabian Delph now can receive some treatment. You can tell what the Aston Villa fans thought of the decision first of the referee and then the decision of Everton to play on. I'm just seeing the incident again now. Delph did really well to move it on and look to get away from Naismith, who stepped across his path. For me, that's a foul. Naismith knew he wasn't quick enough to keep up with Delph, so he stepped his left leg across, put his left arm out a little as well over the front of Fabian Delph, and then Delph went down hobbling. He was receiving a bit of treatment to the lower part of his left leg at the moment. So we've got a little bit of a stoppage. 37 minutes played on Barclays Premier League Live. Aston Villa 1, Everton 0. Do remember you can follow us on Twitter at talkSPORT Live, and on Facebook by searching for talkSPORT Live, as well as on YouTube by searching for talkSPORT. Villa in front with 8 minutes to go until the break. Christian Benteke's header coming around 10 minutes in from 8 or 9 yards out. Got between Baines and Jagielka, powered it down into the bottom corner to leave Tim Howard rooted to the spot after a pinpoint cross from Fabian Delph, but it is Delph who's hobbling away now, receiving a standing ovation from the Villa faithful, hobbling off to the sideline. Although he seems to be moving a little better, I should think that Delph will be able to continue. Everton have the ball halfway inside the Villa half. Mark Clattenburg's waving Fabian Delph back on, so Villa back to full strength and get the ball back now, given away. Sloppy pass in the midfield from Everton. Here comes Bacuna over halfway. Options left and right, but he just couldn't release it quick enough. Morales sliding tackle took the ball off him, but cleverly picks it up, although that Morales challenge has allowed Everton to get back into their defensive positions. Villa go backwards to Vlaar and then Akore. If Bacuna had released the ball quicker then, it was a wonderful counter-attacking opportunity for Aston Villa. On by Nzogbia to Cleverly. Now Bacuna on the near side, tries to chip it into the centre. Benteke had to retreat, he was in an offside position. Gets on the ball now, slips as he tries to play it across to Grealish, though 30 yards from goal. And Coleman can retrieve the ball. Barry trying to bring it out to the Everton half is tripped by Cleverly. And the free kick goes Everton's way. Of course, Tom Cleverly, who's on loan from Manchester United at Villa at the moment, his contract is up at the end of the season. He'll be available as a free agent. Everton, one of the teams strongly linked with him. Tim Sherwood would like to keep him at Villa Park, I'm sure. His form has been improving of late. He scored in the defeat at City last week. Stones under pressure there, did well to move the ball away to Baines. Villa are applying pressure high up the field, making it really difficult for Everton to play out from the back, and then Cleverly blocks the attempted clearance by Baines, forces the ball out of play for an Everton throw in their left-back position. There's a cold stare on the face of Roberto Martinez at the moment as he chews his gum with his arms folded, stood on the edge of his technical area right now. He looks deep in contemplation about what he can say to his players at half-time, what Everton can do differently. They just haven't got it together in the first half here at all. Gibbons' clearance is a flat one, but bounces all the way through to Nzogbia, who then got his head to the ball and tried to race away from John Stones, who might have been holding him back slightly. No free kick given. Mark Clattenburg's had a lot to watch in the first half. Baines tries to clear from the left-back position, intercepted by Cleverley, who did well falling away to move it on to Westwood. And Villa get back on the ball with Akore. Now Delph, outside of the left boot, tries to stab it towards Cleverley, but a little off the mark and out of play for an Everton throw. Around 5 minutes left until half-time at Villa Park. Aston Villa still leading Everton by a goal to nil. Everton have not on goal in this first half. Villa have had 6 or 7. And Christian Benteke's header around 10 minutes in has them in front. They've dominated possession too, over 60% of it for the home side. It's Aston Villa 1, Everton 0. Tim Sherwood, I imagine, will be pretty happy at the moment. Only if Villa can hold this lead for the next 5 minutes or so, though. 42 minutes on the clock on Barclays Premier League Live with talkSPORT. Given away by Barry to Cleverley. Now Benteke trying to turn away. Rolls the ball with the top of his foot backwards to Westwood. He plays it through to Cleverley. And Jagielka did just about enough to put him off. And Everton clear their lines, but only as far as Westwood, who turns it back to Given. And the applause from the Villa fans for the work rate shown by Ashley Westwood in midfield there. He's on the ball again now. Finds Akore. Now under pressure, Akore from McCarthy plays the ball out into touch for an Everton throw. A little grimace on his face. Everton have it with Jagielka. Villa know the importance of holding their lead until half-time. Morales under pressure. Well, I thought it was going to be a foul. Under pressure just inside the Villa half. He spurned the pass a good 15-20 yards from any of his teammates, and out of play for a Villa throw halfway inside his own half, and went down under the challenge as he played the pass. Mark Clattenburg took a look at it and then awarded the throw into Aston Villa. No free kick. So a stray pass has seen Everton go from being on the attack to conceding a throw halfway inside their own half. Villa have taken it quickly and earned themselves another one around about the same position. Over on the left side, Richardson takes it in towards Benteke. Benteke down the line, gets to the ball, but couldn't quite keep it in play. His touch was a heavy one to push the ball behind for what would have been a goal kick anyway, but I think it went out of play for a throw-in first. We're approaching the final minute of the first 45. And Zogbia did well to take it out to the sky and find Grealish. Villa have won the ball back in a high position again. Grealish on to Delph, moved on now to Nzogbia, into Grealish, far side of the penalty area. Can he turn here? Grealish drives it in, deflected off the heels of Jagielka, and behind for a Villa corner. Final minute of the side. Villa able to work their way into a shooting position again, this time blocked by Jagielka. And last time, the corner from the same far side between the Trinity Road stand and the North stand. Jack Grealish planted an inch-perfect cross onto the head of Ron Vlaar, who really should have made it too. Can they link up again? It's in towards Vlaar once more! And coming into the back post was Christian Benteke to double his and Aston Villa's tally just before half-time. It's now 11 goals in 9 games for the big Belgian. And Villa within touching distance of securing their top-flight status again. Aston Villa 2, Everton 0. Grealish's corner to the head of Ron Vlaar once more. He only got a little bit on it, Ron Vlaar, after completely missing the target with the last one, but this time Christian Benteke was on hand at the back post to show a predatory touch and instinct and turn the ball into the open net. Couple of big goals for the big Belgian. What a run he's on. And Aston Villa, barring a second half collapse, looks set to move to 35 points. And that would be almost enough, you feel. They're coming forward looking for more now. We've played one of the 2 added minutes at the end of the first half. Everton have it back with Lennon, now McCarthy. Naismith went down under a strong challenge from Delph, and the whistle has gone perhaps for an earlier challenge. I think Stephen Naismith had his boot knocked off in the previous challenge. Now, Sunderland and Southampton is 1-1 at the moment, in case you were wondering. So Villa at the moment will be stretching their lead over Sunderland in the relegation zone by a couple of points. They've been by far the better team here. They really have. And that is perhaps to some a surprise against an Everton side who've been in such good form. Everton might have one more chance though before the break, with Morales getting on the ball near edge of the penalty area, back to Leighton Baines. The ball forced out of play for an Everton throw. Baines is in a hurry to take it now. The 2 added minutes are almost up. Cleared away for another Everton throw. We are into added time, at the end of added time now, at the end of this first half. Baines trying to get the cross in for the near side, goes short to Lukaku. There's the half-time whistle, greeted by a huge cheer. They haven't had much joy at Villa Park this season, but Christian Benteke has lifted the Villa faithful here today. 2 goals, one towards the beginning, one towards the very good first half for Aston Villa. And at half-time they do lead against Everton by 2-0. I can pass you back to Adam Bridge and Adrian Clark covering Liverpool against Queen's Park Rangers from Anfield. You're listening to Barclays Premier League Live with talkSPORT.
Oh, that's a real blunder from Bragus, and he passed it straight to Aguero. It's a gift from Manchester City. Sergio Aguero opens the scoring inside 3 minutes.
No, we are thinking just to win the next game against Tottenham. In this moment we are 2 points in front of United. We don't depend just on what we can do if we can reach the second place. So we are just thinking try to win the next game.
And then Monday, Hull City versus Arsenal from the KC Stadium.
El Mohammadi crosses. It's won by Dawson, but Hull City have taken the lead at the KC Stadium.
A lot of people a week ago were writing us off, but so we give ourselves a chance. That's all we've done, because we've still got 4 games to play, and I still think we need a couple of results, because other teams last week, teams at the bottom, got a result. It's all still to play for, and exciting, I suppose, if you're watching it from afar.
He's got 2 players with him, Giroud, but he goes for a goal and scores himself, and Arsenal are going second in the Barclays Premier League. Olivier Giroud rounds it off. A wonderful day for Arsenal.
They had 2 great performances. They were quite in a very bad situation, and they had 2 amazing results, especially at home where they've just beaten Liverpool, and therefore we are warned that we will face a big challenge there.
That's all still to come on Barclays Premier League Live with talkSPORT.
Plenty more good stuff to come this weekend then. Already today, Leicester victorious against Newcastle by 3-0. Liverpool lead here at Anfield, and there was a second goal in the game at Villa Park between Aston Villa and Everton. The commentary comes from Tim Long.
Can they link up again? It's in towards Blow once more, and coming in at the back post was Christian Benteke to double his and Aston Villa's tally just before half-time. It's now 11 goals in 9 games for the big Belgian, and Villa within touching distance of securing their top-flight status again. Aston Villa 2, Everton 0.
Extraordinary run of form for Christian Benteke, his second of the game. Elsewhere at half-time, Sunderland 1, Southampton 1. Gomez gave them the lead from the penalty spot. Mane with the equaliser for Southampton. His goal is between Swansea and Stoke, and West Ham lead Burnley by a goal to 0. Mark Noble with a penalty that saw Duff red-carded as well. All of those games at half-time. Half-time here at Anfield as well, where Philippe Coutinho's goal separates the sides. Lambert cutting in towards the edge of the box, plays the cross to Coutinho in space, chance to shoot, Ben's run it in! Philippe Coutinho with yet another goal for Liverpool, and it's an absolute beauty as well. He took his time, he didn't rush, he picked his spot in the top left-hand corner, and he absolutely floated it with pinpoint precision. Liverpool lead here, it's Coutinho again. Liverpool 1, Queen's Park Rangers 0. Liverpool, of course, trying to chase down Manchester United. There's a 7-point gap between them. United 4th in the table. They play at at 5:30 tonight. West Brom are the visitors to Old Trafford. Let's hear from the two managers.
You shall always be compared with your opponent. And when your opponent shows more aggression, then you have to show that also. Otherwise, you are the underdog. And that's a lesson. But it happens more than once, normally. So I don't hope that it is against West Bromwich Albion again.
The thing with this league is that, you know, nobody packs it in, everybody keeps going. You know, that'll be, I'm sure Sean will be saying that to the lads at Burnley. Chris will be saying the same things at the lads at QPR. You know, while there's a chance, then, you know, it's that spirit and commitment that, you know, this country is renowned for, you know, when you are up against it and nobody gives in.
Adam Virgo and Alex Crook will bring you full commentary on Manchester United against West Brom. Darren Fletcher, of course, returning to Old Trafford. That game kicks off in about just over an hour and a half from now. When we come back, we'll talk to Adrian Clark about Liverpool's dominance in the opening 45 minutes here at Anfield. You're listening to Barclays Premier League Live with talkSPORT.
One planet, one game, one football. The all-new OneFootball app is available right now for iOS, Android and Windows phones. With all the latest football news, live scores, results, highlights and more from the Premier League, Champions League and hundreds of international competitions. Download the OneFootball app from your App Store to follow all the Premier League matches with live text commentary and vote for your man of the match. OneFootball, the best app for football fans.
Well, Everton coming forward here. It's 3. Kevin Morales off the bench to finish Manchester United off.
This is Barclays Premier League Live. Exclusive global Premier League radio commentary and post-match analysis.
Found its way to Walters, back to Arnautovic. Tries a turn, it's going to come back for Adam. Oh, absolute rocket into the top corner. Stoke deservedly level.
Barclays Premier League Live. All the biggest games every Premier League weekend.
It's going to be him, surely. It's turned in. Leicester have the lead. Just a minute after Burnley miss a penalty. Leicester go up the other end and put the ball into the back of the net.
This is Barclays Premier League Live. Never miss a kick of the Barclays Premier League. All weekend, every weekend.
Here's Kolarov, who thought his goal had won the game. It's a good delivery, and it's turned in by Fernandinho. They were 2-0 up, they were pegged back to 2-2, and Fernandinho, with his third goal of the season, makes it Manchester City 3, Aston Villa 2.
Exclusively live Barclays Premier League action throughout the season. This is Barclays Premier League Live.
Oliveira goes one way, and the ball into the channel finds him. Back across the face of goal! And there it is! Goal number 3 from the unlikeliest of sources for Swansea City, Jack Cork.
This is Barclays Premier League Live. Exclusive global Premier League radio commentary and post-match analysis.
Ramirez plays it in Doyle, and Doyle has seen it, and he does, and it's Hull City who will take all 3 points in an afternoon where they needed to get the job done.
Barclays Premier League Live. Exclusive worldwide coverage and full match commentary of the Barclays Premier League.
Here comes Spurs looking to get back on terms, and they have for the second time in the game. Spurs have got themselves level.
talkSPORT live on TuneIn. This is Real Radio.
Back in the net!
Hear every Barclays Premier League match live, including next weekend's match between Chelsea and Liverpool.
Hazard to put Chelsea in front. A delightful finish from Eden Hazard.
Every kick, every goal from the home of football on TuneIn in association with talkSPORT.com, official global audio partner of the English Premier League.
Welcome back to Anfield. Adrian Clark alongside me. Bright start from QPR, but the stuffing knocked out of them with a goal, and they've not really recovered since, have they?
No, their reaction to the goal wasn't a great one, actually. They tended to retreat, and Liverpool ended up dominating that first half, creating a few chances. There was lots of last-ditch defending from QPR, and really, I think they need to spend a lot more time inside Liverpool's half, and particularly in and around the final third. They've hardly ventured into that territory in the first period.
If you go back to the opening moments, when in the first 30 seconds they had the ball in the back of the net. I mean, we can't conclusively tell, and we've seen replays as to whether the ball that was played in from the corner did bounce out of play first. It would have made such a difference to the game, though, wouldn't it?
Totally.
Getting that kind of start in terms of their confidence.
Definitely. Liverpool's confidence was low. QPR were up for it. You could see that. They got onto the front foot right away. And as you rightly say, we haven't seen a replay that conclusively proves that the officials got it right. It may be that QPR have had an injustice there and the ball didn't go completely out of play. We just can't tell. There wasn't too many complaints, but it would have been the dream start. It didn't turn out that way. Liverpool got their noses in front, and since then it's been all Liverpool. And I've got to be honest, if we're going to see another goal, you would fully expect it to come from the men in red.
There's been a lot of criticism of Coutinho's inclusion in the PFA Team of the Year ahead of the likes of Fabregas. We saw with that finish today just why.
Yeah, I wouldn't have put him in the PFA Team of the Year either, but he's good. He's a top player. He has had a great season. He's in form, and it was a beautiful finish. Lovely touch. And then he didn't let the ball sit on the turf. He hit it while it was bouncing up, and he just curled it with the inside of his foot into the far top corner. Absolute class, that goal.
Tough day for Queen's Park Rangers today. They've still got Manchester City to come. Of course, a game against Leicester and also a game against Newcastle before the season ends. Can they get anything out this second half? You will find out when you return. This is talkSPORT's coverage over the Barclays Premier League Live.
To everyone ready to take a step, make a difference and prosper. To everyone who puts on their team jersey and cheers their team on from 1,000 miles away. To everyone ready to play the beautiful game in the right way and play their part in making this the greatest season ever. We at Barclays, proud sponsors of the Barclays Premier League, say thank you. You are the true spirit of the game. If you're outside the UK and Ireland, we've got you covered. talkSPORT's international service covers every Barclays Premier League match live.
It's spilled by the goalkeeper, and it's home already! Inside a minute! Connor Wickham! Well, he saved Sunderland last season with goals to keep them up! Is he going to do it again this time round?
Full match commentary, pre- and post-match game analysis, goals as they go in from every single Barclays Premier League match.
Oh, that's a real blunder from Bragus, and he passed it straight to Aguero! It's a gift from Manchester City. Sergio Aguero opened the scoring inside 3 minutes.
Hear goals as they go in from around the grounds during our feature commentary match.
Shelby that comes away with it, finds the pass out wide, and there's a chance. Sigurdsson! Montero with the ball into the middle, and Gylfi Sigurdsson has given Swansea the lead at St James's Park.
Every game is covered.
Still come back from McCarthy here into the penalty area. McCarthy dances all the way through the Manchester United defence to finish low past David De Gea.
Get involved in debates, ask in-game questions to our commentary team, and get the world's fastest goal updates with @talkSPORT live on Twitter.
Shane Long, decent ball in Pella. That's a fabulous header. And Pella, who seems to have rediscovered his goal scoring form, has got his second of the game.
This is Barclays Premier League Live, exclusive global Premier League radio commentary and post-match analysis.
Here's the ball by Luku inside the penalty area. Brady draws it back across goal and then knocked home by David Doy, and Hull City have their goal on a day when realistically they must win.
Kick-by-kick commentary, expert opinion, international coverage of the world's most exciting football league. The Barclays Premier League Live, brought to you by talkSPORT Live. Get the ultimate fan experience by booking an official football package with Champions Travel, talkSPORT's international travel partner. Champions Travel are the authorised hospitality partner of several major European clubs, including Liverpool, Chelsea and Manchester United, making us the one-stop shop for unforgettable match breaks, including official match tickets, tailored hospitality packages and quality hotel accommodation. Book your trip of a lifetime today with Champions Travel at talksport.com/travel. Make it happen.
Welcome back to our coverage of Liverpool against Queen's Park Rangers from Anfield. I'm your host, Adam Bridge. Alongside me is the former Arsenal and Southend United winger, Adrian Clark. You're listening to Barclays Premier League Live with talkSPORT, where the time has just passed the top of the hour. And an eerie sound around Anfield. The substitutes are warming up. We're still waiting for the two teams to return for the start of this second half. Let's have a look at the starting 11 for you. Liverpool have just started to appear. It's Mignolet who's in goal. Johnson, Lovren, Skrtel and Sham, the back four. Henderson and Gerrard. Gerrard booked in that opening 45 minutes. The two holding midfielders. Sterling, the goal scorer Coutinho, and the ever busy Adam Lallana providing the support to Ricky Lambert. Ward, Toure, Moreno.